Suspended EMPD boss admits refusing criminal record vetting. Meyiwa trial rocked by probe into alleged plot to target key figures. And Springboks are handed a favourable pool in 2027 Rugby World Cup draw. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
EWN, in touch, in tune and independent.
Police are now probing a possible plot to target key figures in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial after intelligence suggested individuals in the gallery may have planned to harm witnesses or other participants. Several men were removed from the courtroom and questioned, prompting a brief pause and tighter security. The trial has since resumed under heavy protection as investigators assess whether this was a real assassination plan or an intimidation tactic. The footballer was shot dead in 2014 at the home of his girlfriend, Kelly Khumalo. Suspended acting EMPD head Julius Mkhwanazi has admitted he refused to give his fingerprints or those of his team for criminal record checks. In 2022, nearly 4,000 EMPD officers were vetted and close to 300 were found to have criminal records. Mkhwanazi declined to take part, saying the process was flawed.
I said, let's do it with a recognized institution, a government institution, you see, that the process won't be manipulated.
As a senior officer at the time, Mkhwanazi was required to be vetted, but claims only state security could do it.
Let state security come here so that we give. I won't give any junior.
During his testimony last month, retired Deputy EMPD Chief Revo Spies revealed that of the 3,762 EMPD officers vetted in 2022, 275 had previous convictions and an additional 100 were awaiting trial.
Ekurhuleni's head of legal, Kemi Bihari, has been suspended for failing to act against Mkhwanazi over his unlawful deal with Kat Matlala. IPID flagged the contract as fraudulent 2 years ago, but no action was taken. Bahari was also named at the Madlanga Commission for allegedly shielding Mkhwanazi. Two of Katiso Katie Molefi's bodyguards were arrested outside court today, overshadowing his own brief appearance. The alleged crime boss has now had his case moved to the High Court. Molefi is out on 500,000 rand bail and faces charges linked to the murders of DJ Sambodi and DJ Vintos. The trial is set for February, with his 3 co-accused joining him in the dock. So is the SANDF the key to breaking the Western Cape's gang crisis? Premier Alan Winde says the province hasn't yet decided whether to support deploying the army to gang hotspots. He's written to the Defence and Police Ministers asking for hard data on whether previous deployments made any measurable difference.
Because we believe in data and evidence. And what would that data look like if we had to have them redeployed, so that we can make up our minds on whether we support this call or we don't.
Prosecutors in the Nafi's Modack trial have begun directly linking the alleged underworld boss to the murder of Nicolaas Heerskap, the father of a Hawks officer who was investigating Modack at the time. A state witness has previously testified that a hitman was instructed to kill the Hawks officer, but in a case of mistaken identity, shot his father instead. In court today, State Prosecutor Greg Vormerans pressed Modack on the alleged plot, referencing the testimony of Mr. A self-confessed gunman, who told the court Modack hired him to carry out the hit.
The shooting that took the life of his father was a case of mistaken identity, especially when I couple it to Mr. A's evidence. I
cannot confirm who denied it, but...
Higher Education Minister Buti Manamela has given the Vaal University of Technology until Friday to explain allegations of a degree-selling syndicate at the institution. An internal probe is underway into an employee accused of selling fake qualifications to foreign nationals, including Congolese students. A whistleblower raised the alarm more than a year ago, but senior management is accused of failing to act.
The minister is disturbed by allegations that senior management may have been in possession of credible evidence from a whistleblower for a year without taking decisive action. The minister has requested specific details on why there was an alleged 12-month delay in acting on the whistleblower's report, proof that consequence management is actively taking place, immediate measures to ring-fence the 2026 registration process to protect it from further manipulation.
The EFF has laid a perjury complaint against Manamela, saying he gave two conflicting versions about whether he consulted the National Skills Authority before placing 3 setters under administration. The party says he told Parliament one thing and the courts another, and must now account for the contradiction.
We have taken a ruling, but we want to make sure and put it...
You are very right that I've taken a ruling, and Rule 67 says...
It's the wrong ruling. We will take you for a review. We'll take you for a review. There's legal people sitting next to you. Why they don't advise you? There's legal people sitting next to you. Why they don't advise
the police speaker.
The Section 79 committee has been undermined.
Call the police speaker.
And EFF Speaker Thabiseng Chivenga has also resigned in Ekurhuleni after a bruising fallout with fellow leaders Nkululeko Dunga and Julius Mdluli. She'll remain in the party but is being redeployed to the Gauteng legislature. EU lawmakers and member states have struck a deal to ban all Russian gas imports by next year, a long-delayed attempt to choke off the cash fueling Moscow's war. The overnight compromise ends years of EU hesitation. Now there's a date. Long-term pipeline contracts will be shut down from September the 30th if storage levels allow, and no later than November.
Today is indeed a historic day for our union. Last night we reached a provisional agreement on the Commission's proposal to fully phase out Russian fossil fuels. We're turning that page, and we're turning it for good. This is the dawn of a new era, the era of Europe's full energy independence from Russia.
The draw for the 2027 Rugby World Cup in Australia took place this morning. 4-time world champion South Africa have been placed in Pool B, where they'll face Italy, Georgia and Romania.
The number 1 ranked Springboks received a favourable draw as they were grouped with 10th ranked Italy as well as Georgia and Romania, who they've never lost to before. The expanded 2027 tournament will feature 24 teams for the first time and will see a change in format, which is designed to give smaller nations a better chance to advance to the playoffs, as 16 teams will go through to the knockout stages. The Springboks are the reigning champions and will be targeting an unprecedented 3rd consecutive World Cup title. And while their progression to the next phase of the competition is probable, they'll have a tough quarterfinal where their most likely opponents will be arch rivals New Zealand or hosts Australia. The full match schedule will be announced on the 3rd of February 2026.
And coach Rassie Erasmus will again host his Christmas morning walk in Cape Town. The 6-kilometre walk kicks off at 6 a.m. on the 25th of December from Doodles in Blouberg Strand. Announcing the event on X, Erasmus said he's grateful for the public support, adding, "Hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie." He first held the informal walk last year, drawing dozens of fans to join him on the beachfront. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.